Let's go ahead and take a look at what the segment addition postulate tells us. So basically what it is you have a segment and that segment split into some pieces as you see here. So we're going to go ahead and find the length of the desired segment here. So if I'm looking at our diagram for number one, we have segment, or we're trying to look for segment AC. So what we have is we have a piece of that segment, which is AB, and our second piece is BC. Our entire segment will be AC, which is what we're looking for. So AB plus BC, so the smaller segments, is going to be said equal to the length of the entire segment, which is AC, which is that green part that you see there. So what we would do next is we would substitute those values with the given values that we have in the diagram. So BC is 13, and it's going to equal AC. Well, if AB is 13 and if AB is 15 and AC and BC is 13, then AC would be 28 if I simply add them together. So this is the principle for every problem like this. We take the smaller pieces of the segment and we set it equal to the length of the entire segment. So we're going to be creating that equation for every problem. So you can look at all these examples, it's the same thing. This one just has 3 smaller pieces, so we would add the 3 smaller pieces here that are highlighted in different colors and set it equal to the entire segment, which is AD in this case. Let's go ahead and look at a problem where it's not as obvious as the other one. The other one you could probably do mentally without having to set up an equation. But on this one, there's x's involved and expressions with x's, so it's not as obvious. So we set up our equation here, which is AB plus BC equals AC. That's what the segment addition postulate states. And we go in and replace our segments with the given lengths. So AB is 3x, BC is x plus 8, and it's going to equal to the length of the entire segment, which is 32 in this case. Okay, so then we get a multi-step equations. Let's go ahead and combine like terms. We end up getting 4x, bring down the rest of the equation. Then from here, we're going to go ahead and take inverse operations and solve for x. So we end up getting that x equals 6. So then if I go back to the instructions for the problem, it's asking me to find x, but it's also asking me to find the length of AB. So we are halfway there. So what do we know? We know AB is 3x. In other words, it's 3 times x. So if we know that x is 6, we would just simply substitute it. So AB will be 3 times 6. So the length of that piece of segment would be 18 inches. And we're just going to include the units inches. We can include any units since the problem didn't specifically tell us what the units were. And then we found both pieces of our what we were trying to find for this problem. If I scroll to the right and see what problem 6 says, is exactly the same thing. We just have different lengths for these segments here. So we would do the we would do the pink plus the blue equals the green. And then we would solve for x and then plug it in to find out what the length of AC is.